Wicca is a Neopagan, nature-based religion. It was popularized in 1954 by Gerald Gardner, a retired British civil servant, who at the time called it a witch cult and witchcraft, and its adherents the Wicca. Wiccans, as followers of Wicca are now commonly known, typically worship a goddess, traditionally the triple goddess, and a god, traditionally the horn god, who are sometimes represented as being a part of a greater pantheistic godhead, and as manifesting themselves as various polytheistic deities. Other characteristics of Wicca include the ritual use of magic, a basic code of morality, and the celebration of 8 seasonally based festivals. There is dispute as to what actually constitutes Wicca. Initially, this spelling may have referred to the lineage of one of Gardner's rivals, Charles Cardell, although from the 1960s it referred only to lineages stemming from Gardner and operating as initiatory mystery priesthoods, such as Gardnerian and Alexandrian Wicca. These are now collectively known in North America as British traditional Wicca. A third usage, which has grown in popularity in recent years, considers Wicca to include other forms of goddess-oriented Neopagan witchcraft that are similar to but independent of that lineage, including Dianic Wicca and the 1734 tradition. These are sometimes collectively termed eclectic Wicca. Wiccans believe in magic that can be manipulated through the form of witchcraft or sorcery. Some spell it as magic, a term coined by occultist Aleister Crowley, though this spelling is more commonly associated with the religion of Thelema than Wicca. Wiccans cast spells during ritual practices inside a sacred circle, in an attempt to bring about real changes which are further explained in the ritual practices section. Common Wiccan spells include those used for healing, for love, for fertility, or to banish negative influences. Many Wiccans agree with the definition of magic offered by ceremonial magicians. Aleister Crowley, for instance, declared that magic was the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with will, and MacGregor Mathers stated that it was the science of the control of the secret forces of nature. Wiccans believe magic to be a law of nature, as yet misunderstood by contemporary science. Other Wiccans do not claim to know how magic works, merely believing that it does, because they have seen it work for them. Many early Wiccans, such as Alex Sanders and Doreen Valiant, referred to their own magic as white magic, which contrasted with black magic, which they associated with evil and Satanism. Some modern Wiccans, however, have stopped using this terminology, arguing that the color black should not have any associations with evil. The scholars of religion, Rodney Stark and William Bainbridge, claimed, in 1985, that Wicca had reacted to secularization by a headlong plunge back into magic and that it was a reactionary religion which would soon die out. This view was heavily criticized in 1999 by the historian Ronald Hutton, who claimed that the evidence displayed the very opposite, that a large number of Wiccans were in jobs at the cutting-edge left square bracket of scientific culture right square bracket, such as computer technology. In the United States, a number of legal decisions have improved and validated the status of Wiccans, especially Detmer v. Landon in 1985. However, there is still hostility from some politicians and Christian organizations. According to the History of Wicca given by Gerald Gardner, Wicca is a survival of the European witch cult that was persecuted during the witch trials, sometimes called the Burning Times. Modern scholarly investigations have revealed, however, that these trials were substantially fewer than claimed by Gardner, and seldom at the behest of religious authorities. Theories of an organized pan-European witch cult, as well as mass trials thereof, have been largely discredited, but it is still common for Wiccans to feel solidarity with the victims of the witch trials. There have been Christian assertions made that Wicca is a form of Satanism, despite important differences between these religions, such as the lack of a Satan-like figure in Wiccan theology. Due to negative connotations associated with witchcraft, many Wiccans continue the traditional practice of secrecy, concealing their faith for fear of persecution. Revealing oneself as Wiccan to family, friends or colleagues is often termed coming out of the broom closet. Some people have accused Wicca of being anti-Christian, a claim disputed by Wiccans such as Doreen Valiant, who stated that whilst she knew many Wiccans who admired Jesus, witches have little respect for the doctrines of the churches, which they regard as a lot of man-made dogma. Some have asserted that Wicca is simply an offshoot of the New Age movement, a claim which is fiercely denied by Wiccans and also by historians such as Ronald Hutton, who noted that Wicca not only predates the New Age movement but also differs in its general worldview. L.